Hello, everybody. I am Cindy. I'm a functional nutrition practitioner and certified menopause specialist, and I work specifically with women, obviously over 40 in perimenopause and menopause. But but I also work with them on if they're on a GLP-1 because there are certain things that you need to watch for when you are in perimenopause and menopause and are also on a GLP-1. And so today I have notes, so because I'm talking about my program and I have notes, so I don't want to mess that up. But I'm talking about today the 5 most common food mistakes that I see women making on a GLP-1. And most of them have nothing to do with willpower or trying harder, right? We already hear that enough as women. So if you are on a GLP-1, go ahead and drop your favorite emoji in the comments. But the first thing I want to talk about is a GLP-1 is supposed to suppress your appetite, right? That is its job. But thinking that less food is always better is hurting you, and it's helping the medicine not work like it should, okay? So eating very little feels like you're doing everything right because it's not making you hungry, but it actually is, it's backfiring, okay? So your body still has nutrient needs, and it can actually stall the progress of your weight loss, okay? If you don't eat enough. And we always, the next one I'm talking about is the skipping the protein, because we always seem to not eat protein first. So, but it's something that women in menopause and perimenopause really need, because we already lose muscle as we get older. So anyone over 40 is starting to lose muscle. And if you're on a GLP-1, you already know that if you lose weight fast, you're losing muscle, not fat. So that's why you want the slow weight loss. Like mine has been about an average of 1 pound a week. And that's a safe way, because in that way I'm going to keep it off even when I start slowing down on the meds and staying on a really low microdose. So another problem with not eating enough protein is, just besides the muscle is, we just need that food in us for energy. Carbs are also important for energy. I'm a nutritionist, so I know exactly what we all need to eat. But protein should be eaten first when you're not hungry. And so my program talks about and teaches, my group program teaches how to eat when your appetite is suppressed and you're not hungry. I've had to do this too. Sometimes at lunch, I'm not hungry, but I make sure I eat at lunch, and I just eat 30 grams of protein, and that's it. The next thing is eating the same way that you did before the medication. Okay, so GLP-1s change how our bodies process food, because it causes you to stay fuller longer, right? So your digestion works different. And so what worked before does not translate. And so that's another thing that I talk about in my program. And then focusing only on calories and not worrying about blood sugar. In perimenopause and menopause, when we lose estrogen, our insulin resistance goes up, our insulin sensitivity goes down, and our blood sugars go for a roller coaster ride. And that is what also keeps our cortisol spiked, because when your blood sugar reacts, cortisol reacts to compensate. So that's why if our cortisol is high, our body's in fight or flight, and it's holding on to the fat, and it doesn't want to let go. So even on a GLP-1, you'll hit a stall, you won't lose weight. So we want to focus on making sure that we don't have blood sugar spikes even when we're not hungry, okay? And so making sure that it stays stable. And that's why we have to eat when we're not hungry. And I know it kind of is counterintuitive, but I've been doing it, so it's something that I also teach how to do. And then assuming that the medicine, the GLP-1, is doing all the work. It's not. It's just a tool. We already have GLP-1 receptors in our body naturally, and so this is just jump starting them, okay? Nutrition is what determines how well the tool works. Okay, so many people, not just women in menopause, but so many people on the GLP-1, you don't eat a lot because you're not hungry, which that's what the medicine is supposed to do, but then you end up having other deficiencies because of your nutrients, you're losing muscle, you're not losing weight when it stalls. Okay, so there's a question that I get asked a lot, and it's like, I barely eat anything and I'm still not losing weight. What's wrong? Okay, which I kind of answered already, but the answer that almost always comes back to those 5 things. It's not just one thing. When you take that medicine, and I've been on it for 4 months, so I know, it's just a tool to help. You have to have that foundational nutrition so that your body knows what to do, especially if you're over 40. And I know more and more women are using GLP-1s. I got on it because I have 30 years of metabolic history of it. My metabolism is shot. Gestational diabetes twice, Hashimoto's for 25 years, forever, and then when menopause hit. So I tried working out I've been strength training for 3 years because you need to do that anyway in perimenopause and menopause. I lost 7 pounds in 10 months. Strength training and counting my macros. I'm a twice certified macronutrient coach. I know how to do my macros, especially for menopause. They're a little different. I was losing 0.7 of a pound a month. And so once I got on to the GLP-1, I just gave, Saturday was my 19th week I started, and I've lost 20 pounds, 20.2 pounds. So, and I have about another 15 to go, maybe 20. It depends on if I move my goal. But that I have metabolic issues, and a lot of women have metabolic issues they don't know about. Okay, so tomorrow I'm coming on Monday through Friday for the next 3 weeks until my program starts on June 2nd. And so tomorrow I'm going to talk about the single biggest mistake that I see that women are making on a GLP-1, and it's probably not what you think. So if you're not following me, follow me. And if you can share this with anyone, like a woman on a GLP-1 that's struggling, please do so. And I will see you all tomorrow.